Hi, and I hope you're doing well. This video here, I'll be showing you a step-by-step on how to replace a broken LCD screen. This is an iPad second generation, meaning that the glass and the LCD, they are one piece together. Okay, so they should look something like this. The glass and the LCD, they come in a one piece together, except the home button. So when you replace the screen, we will be transferring the original home button to the new screen. Okay, so this is the iPad A1566 model. Okay, let's get started. So let's get a heat gun, heat up the corner all around the iPad. What are you trying to achieve here is to soften the adhesive tape. So Apple used double-sided adhesive tape to glue the LCD together. So the heat gun or your hair dryer, that would help to soften the tape, and that easily for you to remove the broken glass. Also, make sure that you have safety goggle. Okay, make sure you put it on. You want to protect your eyes. The broken glasses, they can easily come out and fly to your face, and for safety, always put on a safety goggle. Okay, let's try to see if the glue is soft enough. So you have a pry tool and you stick it in. And what I'm doing right now is to try to cut the adhesive glue. And if you feel like the glue is hardened again, you can come back and reheat the iPad. And try to keep moving around to have an even heat on the iPad rather than just staying in one corner. And you try not to overheating and damage the component inside of the iPad. So it's good that you keep moving around the heat gun. Okay, as you can see, this is the shattered glass. It's a little bit difficult to remove, but just take your time. And as you can see, while I'm prying open, all these tiny pieces of broken glass is coming right out. So again, safety first. Make sure you have the goggle to protect your eye. Okay, as you work, you always want to have a clean environment, right? Clean as you go. All these small broken glasses, you try not to scratch the bottom of the iPad, right? So clean as you go. And at this moment, I'm trying to hit it on this side of the corner. The reason is because as you can see, this is the new iPad screen, right? The connector is at the bottom, so it's at the bottom right, and it looks like the screen flipped towards you. Okay, so it kind of go towards you, and the goal is to get everything taken out. All right, so the last step I'm trying to do is to heat up the bottom here. Okay, so far so good. Okay, there are 3 screws. Go ahead and remove the bracket. And you can get a plastic pry tool and go ahead and pry open it. Okay, so as you can see, the screen is removed. So this is the base of the iPad, and this is the broken glass. Right, remember we're gonna come back and remove the original home button and transfer it over to the new screen. So, but before I do that, what I want to do is to make sure I have a clean surface to work with. So right now I'm gonna clean out the remaining broken glass here, and also my table. Then I'll work on the home button next. It's nothing really. I'm just getting a paper towel and just you know, scrape everything into a dustbin. The next step I'll be doing is get a pry tool, go ahead and clean out the edge or around the edges of the iPad. And this little black tape, as you can see, is the double-sided adhesive tape. That's what Apple used to glue the iPad screen together. And make sure you have that thing clean and remove, so when we put the new double-sided tape on it, it would stick nicely onto the base. Okay, so come around and just make sure you have a clean iPad, the base. All right, and here are all the broken glasses. Okay, that seems to be done. I'm just coming back here to, just wipe it down and clean it. Okay, so again, come back here, clean the table. Alright, so here's the broken screen. And again, just repeating myself, we are transferring the home button from the original broken screen to a replacement, brand new replacement screen. So this is the tape, as you can see. It's a black tape. We try to remove that. And there's a tiny little tape on this part. Okay, be very careful. You're trying not to break the home button cable. If you break it and you replace with a third-party home button, your Touch ID sensor will not work. Okay, so try to take your time, slowly, and remove the home button. And this is the clip. So you got to open up the latch, open up the clip. Once the clip is open, you can remove the cable, just like that. Okay, once you're done with that, all right, you want to make sure that the cable is free. So there's a little bit tape underneath here. Okay, now there you go. You free up the cable. The next step, as you can see, there's a tape here again that tape onto it. So go ahead and slowly remove them. Okay, you have that removed. We're going to reuse the same tape to cover up after. So you're going to come back here. Okay, it looks like this adhesive is going to bother. It's going to be trouble for me, so I just want to remove it first. Okay, this thing is removed. Come back, take your time. And if you feel like the cable is really stick onto the iPad, you can come back and reheat it. Okay, just trying to show it to you. Reheating the home button. Okay, once you have that going, go ahead and try to Alright, as you can see, I have freed up the cable. And the final thing is the bracket. So this is the bracket. Okay, we need to transfer the bracket as well. And as you can see, the bracket, they have this, it's not a tape, it's more like a gel. Some kind of glue that glues the bracket together. And we'll be using that glue. It's a epoxy glue that would glue the bracket, the home button bracket here. Okay, now it looks like the home button bracket is free, and you're just going to push the home button from the bottom. Okay, pretty much we are good to go. There you go, there we have it. So this is the original home button. Okay, we'll be transferring to the new screen. Also, if you pay attention, there's another leverage, and this is to give a little lift on the iPad for the home button, and we need to save this and transfer to the new one. Some of the new screen comes with it, some of them they don't. For my case, I don't have it, so I'll be transferring this slightly lift up on the home button. Okay, very good. So we have the home button, we have this transfer. Let's put it all back together. It's very straightforward. It just kind of go as this. Okay, the home button. The first thing I'll be doing is to have the home button seated properly first. So make sure you have the clipper opens up, right? So that the home button can go right in. Okay, so far so good. And remember, this little tape will be taping back onto that clipper. Okay, so the next thing is to install the bracket. Like I said, they use some kind of epoxy glue or gel that glues both sides. So we're going to have a little bit of that, and we can glue the thing back together. But before I do so, I'm coming here to clean out the leftover epoxy here on the home button. So when I put the new one on top, it would have a clean surface, and it would sit there properly. Okay, that should do. So this is the epoxy glue that I'll be using. Just put a very little, you don't have to put a lot, because as you press it down it would spray it out. Okay, that should do. A very tiny little drop. Okay. Take your time, make sure you have it on the base, not on the cable. Okay. So before I let the gel to dry up, I've always come to the front. Okay, use your finger, come back to the front and feel the home button. Make sure it clicks properly. Okay, as you can hear the click. That looks good. That feels good, and it sounds good when I press. So it's clicking perfectly. Okay, now once I have that in the right position, what I want to do is come back here and press it. Okay, you're gonna press it and let the adhesive gel to dry out. So maybe just hold it for 20 seconds or so. They dry out pretty fast. Okay, you want to come back and retest again. Okay, that feels good. All right, so just hold on a little bit more. Just make sure they have a good grip, a good seal. Okay. All right, that feels good. Everything looks good. Now, the final steps. This is when we're gonna put them all back together. Okay, do not forget the bracket and 3 screws. All right, so I have that going, but before I put the adhesive tape around the corner, right? So what we are missing right now, we are missing to put the tape. This is double-sided adhesive tape. We need to put it all around the corner. That way the new screen can sit on top of it, right? But before I do that, I just want to test out, make sure everything is working, and I'll come back and finish this up. All right, so it looks good. The LCD turns on, the home button turns on, right? When I press it, it says iPad is disabled. So I just need to enable the iPad again. As you can see, the home button is looking good. All right, so let's get going with, I think I'll continue the recording. I'll be showing you on how to tape all around the corner. So I have this screen in a 90-degree angle so you don't put stress on the cable. You have something in the back here, so I have a little power supply that holds the iPad screen. I can lean on top of it. Get a double-sided adhesive tape, so go ahead and tape around the corner here. Okay, so this is the last tape that I need to put on. It's at the bottom here. Okay, so I think pretty much I had it all, right? So come back, make sure they're all pressed down properly, and the next thing is just to peel off the plastic. So if you have any question, comment below. If you need help, if you're not sure what to do, well, just try to comment below. I will try to answer your question. But if you're interested to look for the parts and try to do this as your weekend project, you know, replace a screen, I hope this video helps you. And I will have the product in the description below. If you feel like using my link, please go ahead and click it. That would give me a small percentage coming through Amazon affiliate or maybe an eBay affiliate. So I would be appreciated if you click the link below, and that helps to give me motivated. Okay, so all right, so that would sits the iPad properly. So once it's sit, I'll press it down a little bit, make sure they have a good contact with the adhesive tape, and looks good. There you have it. So I hope this video helps. Again, if you have any question, comment below, and I wish you all the best. Good luck. Bye.